Get cool stuff for what you were going to do anyway. Drink beer. With Buy Beer, Get Gear from Labatt, you can just snap a photo of your receipt and upload it to the website to rack up points for exclusive merch. Get points for every purchase, whether you're grabbing a pint on draft, a case for a party, or a tall boy at the stadium. Any size, any product, anywhere you buy Labatt. Buy beer, get gear. Sign up now at rewards.labattusa.com.
You know what I love, Steve? Being a jerk.
Listen, dude, we've been doing a show for 90 minutes.
I had a chance to listen to your last call. We game plan for PJ Hall.
Uncle. I have a list of guys I would never hang out with. Your name is right on the top.
Do you like the worst song bracket we're doing?
It's considerably better than the supplement bracket. Let's start with that.
I won a limbo contest.
Oh, my God.
Fran Brown joining us.
These guys are working their butts off. They expect to see their fans.
You want extra money just because you're North Carolina? I'm in awe right
What
now.
an honor for you and Jordan to be next to me
every
daily.
day.
This is Orange Nation.
There's music, there's fun, there's us. It's everything you could want all in one place.
With Steve and Paulie and Paulie Sibilia.
Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to have you with us. Alongside Paulie Sibilia, I'm Stephen Fontes. We welcome you into a Tuesday edition of Orange Nation. We've got Chris McCullough from Boeheim's Army. He will join us at 12:30. Natasha Adair, associate head coach for the SU women's basketball team, coming up at 1 o'clock. She will join us in studio. Plus, we'll mix in your phone calls throughout at 315-437-7644. What's up, Paulie?
Not much, Steve. How we doing? For those of you who watch on Q Sports Talk, Steve was here at 11:21 today. And I hated it.
I bet nobody guessed that.
I hated it. I come in at 11:59.
Why did you hate it?
Because I just don't want to argue with you before the show starts.
Yeah. See, I do you a favor by showing up right before the show because what happens is we end up doing our first segment before we're on the air.
I don't care about the home run contest enough to argue about 0.8 of an inch.
Listen, I was sitting here doing other work. You came at me about the 0.8 of an inch.
No. You said, "Oh, look at you. You don't talk to me. Look at this picture of my kid and the video of my kid," and it all started from there.
Okay, that is true. I showed you 5th birthday party pictures.
If I have to watch your kid make a basket again, I might jump out the window.
His new basketball season starts tonight, like they do.
Want me to go?
The summer camps. He's got his next one starts.
You got
tonight.
a game? Uncle
you could,
Paulie in the crowd.
You could.
I'll be the guy yelling at the ref.
5:45. There's no ref. It's very casual. Yeah. So then you came at me about home run derby. What did you think? Did you watch first of all?
I watched highlights. Like I told you, I didn't care.
Yeah.
And now I'm sucked in because some high school kid stole a home run, and then the first round there was an 0.8 of an inch difference in a home run, and how really accurate is StatCast? Who cares?
Well, I think Brent Rooker cares.
Yeah, it's $1 million for him, but I don't care.
Brent Rooker cares a lot. It was interesting. So those you who didn't watch, first round, so they start with 8, and the top 4 advance. And Brent Rooker and Cal Raleigh were tied. Raleigh went after Rooker. Rooker, I think, had 17. Cal Raleigh tied him with 17, hit a home run on his last swing to tie him. And they initially eliminated Cal Raleigh. Then, like 2 minutes later, they eliminate Rooker, and they said that it came down to the tiebreaker was the distance of their longest home run. And the distance of their longest home run was the same, like on the telecast, right? It was 471, right?
Yeah.
471 feet. But then, miraculously, they looked a little bit deeper, and Cal Raleigh had an 0.8 of an inch edge, apparently.
Yeah,
and he was advanced.
Far
and
more eyes are watching Cal Raleigh right now than
right. Exactly.
Good.
That's exactly right.
Good.
So,
smart move by baseball.
Well,
that 0.8 of an inch.
Yeah,
means a lot.
That's exactly, I think, the feeling most people got is that was why he was advanced through.
Good.
There is a tiebreaker that is in place for the rest of the competition. Should there be a tie in the semifinals or finals, they do a swing off. You get another minute on the clock. You hit as many home runs as you can in a minute. No timeouts. It's literally 2 more minutes that you would be adding, maybe 3 as they switch places.
And then they tie again.
No. Why not just have them do a swing off? And it would have added some drama to the end of that first round. Instead, fans are left looking at the scoreboard, waiting to see, who was eliminated. I understand Cal Raleigh's more popular right now, and he's the home run leader, and so on and so forth. But it felt, I feel bad for Brent Rooker because I feel like he was robbed. I do.
No, he'll get over it.
Yeah, I'm sure he will, but he was upset, and I think rightfully so. Anyway, Cal Raleigh advanced on through and then dominated the rest of the competition.
Can we eliminate Pittsburgh from baseball? That's what I took out of it. Like, O'Neal Cruz needs to be in a lineup where there's just anybody but Key Brian Hayes batting in front of him.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to be there. You can tell by the way he plays in the outfield. He throws the ball 105 miles an hour in the outfield. He hits the ball 115 miles an hour out of ballparks.
He had a 513-foot home run last night.
Yeah, it's insane. Him and Paul Skeens need to get the hell out of there. They need to trade Paul Skeens this year, I think.
Trade him.
Yeah. He's not resigning there.
No.
He's got the best ERA in baseball, and they can't score runs for him. He has 8 runs of support in like his last 9 games.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
It's less than a run a game.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And he was in line, the last time out, he was in line to get the win. He's up 1-0. He gave up a 2-run homer, and that was it. They lost 2-1.
And, like, there's rumors that Detroit is, like, trying to get, like, if they had Skubal and Skeens in their rotation.
Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah. And they've got the package to get them. But Pittsburgh's a joke.
Can you imagine being a Pirates fan? You're not a Pirates fan, right? I know Mario Sacco is, who I work with at Channel 9. I can't imagine what they must deal with because you get a star, like a generational talent in Paul Skeens, and you know there's no future for him there. Yeah. They can't even take advantage of it while he's there.
He's starting his second All-Star game in 2 years, and he's just rotting away in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It sucks.
You're saying they should trade him like for the benefit of baseball, or
no,
you think they should trade? Really?
Yeah, the package they could get for him could help. They have no offense. What's the sense of rolling him out there every 3-4 days, whatever the hell it is now?
Everybody goes and watches him.
Yeah, but if you have a better lineup, if you can get Max Clark for him, and
if you sell him off for a bunch of like young, up and coming players, don't you think the fans are going to revolt?
What, all 5 of them? They're already revolting. They only go to 1 game a week.
Right, and then you're getting rid of the guy that they're coming to see.
I think you need to just build a better team because you're not going to be able to do it with just him.
No, I know.
Can you name anybody but those 2?
Yeah, for real.
Kiner Falefa?
I was going to say, yes. I know he's there.
I know him just because he used to be a Yankee.
Right, me too. Right.
But yeah, Key Brian Hayes. Like, you just need to fix that.
Yeah.
They do need to do something with the Marlins, too. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But baseball's different now, and I give it credit. I don't know how they did it. Like, it's not just the Yankees that'll be in on. Like, back then you knew if the Pirates or the Marlins had someone good, the Yankees were going to get them. That's not necessarily the case anymore.
Right. Now there's one of like 10 teams that could get them.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess that's an improvement, but it's still flawed, right? It's still a flawed system that they have.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. But, like, just watching the highlights of O'Neal Cruz last night, I was like, man, this kid, so much talent. Like, what? He's basically Ellie De La Cruz,
Yeah.
Just in a lineup with nobody around him.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's a good comparison. Good comp, as the kids would say.
Yeah. Baseball's a mess.
So you're not going to watch tonight. We established that yesterday.
Probably.
Skubal against Skeens. You're not going to tune in for the beginning of the game?
Future teammates. I will, I'll probably have it on in the background noise, but I'm not going to like sit down and watch. I'll probably do laundry.
Okay.
Or not in the background, with on in the background. This is my off time.
Yeah.
It's my rest from baseball. I'm like a player. I don't care about this. I watch every other game. I'm 80 some odd games into this. 90.
The fact that you need a break from watching baseball every day, maybe you're watching too much baseball.
No, I got the All-Star break. But it's there.
And then you'll be refreshed and ready to go.
Ready to go.
Can't wait for who the Padres have next.
Yes.
You can't wait for the next Padres game?
I think it's the Nationals.
Okay.
Prep.
Exciting. All right. Good. They should win that one.
Yes.
Win a few in that series.
James Wood is good, too.
He is.
He hit a bomb.
Yeah.
He had another he had a 500-footer, too.
He did. Early on, he was the leader in the clubhouse with the longest home run, and then Cruz beat him with the 513-foot blast. The Raleigh story was interesting last night in that, he swung from both sides of the plate. He had
family.
His dad was the pitcher. His brother was the catcher. It's funny. I saw one of my former students is cousins with him. Her name's Alexis. She was in my class many years ago. She was there, and
Alexis Raleigh.
Yes, I saw her. I saw her in the crowd. So, it was that was a cool story, and he'd been dreaming about taking part in the home run derby since he was a kid. There was the video of him when he was like 8 years old saying he wanted to be in the home run derby.
His nickname's the Big Dumper.
Yeah, I'm aware.
That's a fun one.
Yes, apparently his parents are not thrilled with the nickname, but what are you going to do?
They graced him with a badonkadonk.
I guess. But it was a cool story. He seems like a humble guy, and he's obviously
his moneymaker. Literally.
Yeah. He's having a great year.
As they say, shake what your mama gave you.
Are you done? Just get it all out now. Just get it all out. You good? You done?
Yeah, I bet you Sir Mix-a-Lot loves him. And he can't lie about it.
Right. Yeah.
Today would have been a good day to do songs about butts. But
well, maybe he'll win the MVP, and you can do it then, because he's certainly in the mix. But no, that was a cool story, and it was it was what it was. I don't love the home run derby, but it was. I thought for the home run derby, it was entertaining last night. Jazz Chisholm with a grand total of 3.
I saw a lot of funny memes of Jazz Chisholm trying to bet. Yeah, there's only one way. If it goes wrong in the home run contest for you, it can go sideways.
Yeah.
Mike Piazza famously was horrible at it, but just kept doing it.
Yeah.
Guy's a Hall of Famer. People talk about how he couldn't hit home runs in the home run contest.
Yeah. It's a different animal, no doubt. And, Cal Raleigh, who he dominated the semifinals and the finals, in the first round, he went through a stretch where he couldn't hit one out. And it was obviously hit or miss whether or not he was going to advance, and he got hot at the very end and was able to move on. But I thought it was entertaining for what it was. Nothing going on last night.
Do you think there was one person in the crowd that had never played professional baseball at the All-Star game last night that could have beat Jazz Chisholm? Just one person in that entire crowd.
Man, I don't think so.
I would have to say there's
an average human being could hit.
I would say he could have played college. He could have played college ball, just not pro ball. 1 out of what, 80,000?
Yeah.
You don't think there's one that could have beat him? I tend to lean no. Also.
Yeah, I don't think so, Paulie. Hitting home runs is hard.
I know, but it's only 3. And it could be like a college baseball player that was there. There was a high school team on the field that was shagging the fly balls. You don't think one of those kids could go yard like 400 feet 4 times? Not 400 feet.
Well,
just hit 3 home runs.
No, I know, but I'm saying the dimensions of a high school park are different than the dimensions of Truist Field in Atlanta. I don't know. I tend to lean no. I know it's only 4, quote unquote, only 4, but
yeah. And then the last controversy of the night was Junior Camaro's home run getting caught by one of those high school baseball players. That's the second time in home run history that a kid has robbed a home run. Apparently happened to Ryan Sandberg back in the day, and they didn't count it for Ryan. And I think that should be the way it is. Like, if I was out there, I would tell those kids, try and knock those balls. You should be trying to leap over fences and reach up over fence. The poor kid's like, I didn't realize the fence was that low. Like, he didn't, make a Griffey, catch on it. He just caught it.
And they gave it to him, too. I don't know what the big deal is. He's got a memory and a highlight for the rest of his life that he, robbed a home run in the home run derby. They still gave it to him, so I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah. But it did throw off Camaro's timing. That's like he had to take a step back and go, did that kid just catch my home run?
Yeah, it did. He was forced to call the timeout there. I don't think that necessarily affected the outcome of the competition. I thought, Cal Raleigh deserved to win, and he did. All right, we don't want to fall behind here. Let's take our first time out. 315-437-7644 is the number. If you'd like to get involved, we've got Chris McCullough from Boeheim's Army set to join us here in about 15 minutes. We're back after this on ESPN Radio.
ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1,
Hey, Syracuse fan.
1200 AM,
You
and
can do your own radio
1440
show. Thank you.
What are they saying?
He's mad that we're not talking about everything that we talk about every day, and we're going to talk about today, but was the biggest news in sports yesterday. Thank
the
you.
TBT is 5 days away.
We have Chris McCullough on today.
Yeah. QB battle. What do you want to say about the QB battle?
We don't know anything. There's two guys battling for the QB position. We talk about it every day. Thanks for commenting. Asshole. Can't take. Everybody's so good at their job.
Yeah, this time of year, Syracuse fan, when something happens, we embrace it and we talk about it because for 2 months, nothing happens. So for the days nothing's happening, we could talk about that other stuff. But something actually happened last night, so we're going to talk about it.
How about you call in, Syracuse fan? Syracuse fan, call in and tell us your thoughts on all of those things. We'd love to hear it. Give us a hard opening. No, I just hate you guys because you think you're better at everybody else's jobs. And if you listen to us do the intro, talk about the TBT. We have Chris McCullough coming on today. Yeah, he's not here anymore. Don't make me turn into a jerk. You want the weather forecast? I will do that, Ryan. Very important. I don't need anything. I don't need a Snickers. I don't eat fat people food. I had dinner out at Green Lakes last night at the grill.
It's nice out there. Yeah, that's where we had Emma's graduation party.
Yeah.
It's good out there.
Had a nice roast beef sandwich.
Nice. You had a beautiful night for it.
Thank you. If you listen to the open of the show, I say I like being a jerk. All right, well, we didn't do that. If you had listened to Steve do the rundown, we are going to hit on all of those things. Oh my God, they changed the media day, people. Let's spend 15 minutes on that. Can't wait to talk about who's going to talk to the media, Steve. Thank you, Gavendo. I enjoy your company also. Thank you, Ryan Mullen. God forbid we have fun. Nothing is fun. Just talk X's and O's. You need hard openings. LA Orange, I think we say it all the time. If he doesn't, I think we've been saying for the past year and a half, if he doesn't win this year coming up, he's going to probably get fired. I don't know how, how do you want us to word it? You want us to fire him now when we know that's not going to happen? No, I'm not going to relax. Thank you, Ricky. It was an excellent open. You guys would have wanted to punch me in the face if you were listening to Steve and I argue before the show.
Yeah, see, I got to stop coming in here early because then we end up doing our first segment.
And then I
air.
lash out at the chat. You did this.
I did this. It's my fault.
I go home and beat my kids because of you and kick my dog. Hard opening. Oh. Oh. Oh, my goodness. I made a mistake that I am enjoying. Just Steve, hear me out here. This is special ed.
Yes, it is. We've not done special ed as our artist of the day.
No,
yet.
but that is a phenomenal song that I accidentally played because I was arguing with the chat. It took a lot of work today to get our artist Missy Elliott, because she likes to swear a lot.
Yeah.
Ready to get into the nitty gritty, and this one's called "Lose Control" featuring Ciara. Is that her name? And Fat Man Scoop.
Ciara, like Russell Wilson's wife?
I don't know.
Ciara?
And Fat Man Scoop. You know him?
I don't know him.
All right, enough of this blathering about nonsense. Let's do a hard sports segment, Steve. Ready to talk about Syracuse Media Day? Attendees have changed?
It's that Ciara, by the way. It's Russell Wilson's wife.
Did I say her name right?
I believe so.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just making sure it's the
Who's
same person.
Fat Man Scoop?
I don't know.
Bet you he's good. All right, we got all into everybody got their undies in a bunch, is the kids
Not
would
everybody.
say.
No,
That
not everybody.
That Ricky Collins was going to the media day, and they've made a change, but he's staying.
He is.
He's a starter. That means, or something else.
Yeah, I wouldn't read into it. I will say what I said when we talked about this the first time around. He was the starter coming out of the spring, and does it shock me that the ACC would want you to bring a quarterback with you? And does it shock me that he's the one going? No, it doesn't. I don't read into it. I don't think that affects the quarterback battle at all.
I think the changes make me even less thinking. I'm not even speaking English. I think less that he's the starter now when I see the other guys that are going. They're just going by seniority.
Could be, yeah. Who he thinks deserves to go. Yeah, I mean, every coach is different, right?
He said it was. Yeah, it was. They're all seniors, except for Collins, right? 5th-year seniors.
Yeah, I mean, Stonehouse has been there a while. Valari, same thing. Buxton, and they bring in Collins, who again plays the quarterback position.
Valari is interesting. Like does he play a lot? Is he gonna play? Like he played a lot in Dino's system?
He's certainly a leader. He's a leader on this team.
Quarterback, and he.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't read into this at all. Could it be like one of the guys who was picked didn't want to go, right?
Yeah.
Or had a conflict and said
said that they've said that wasn't the case. It was Fran's decision to get the most senior people there.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense, right? Every coach is different. Who they want to bring? Is it their best players? Is it their their leaders, guys who have been in the program? In the case of Ricky Collins, he was the starting quarterback coming out of the spring. I don't think that affects who trots out there for the first drive against Tennessee on August 30th.
Do you think the only one that was questionable to me, Chestnut's a veteran too. He's been here a long time, but he left. But that was kind of a head scratcher to me. But
again, you don't know why. You don't know the reasons. Yeah. So why speculate? We don't know. I mean, so as we pointed out, the conference requests. And then you can give them feedback. You could go with who they request, or you could change it up. And they initially went with who was requested. I think if there was some sort of issue, they would have not gone with who was requested, right? So I wouldn't look into this and say what happened with Deuce Chestnut. Who knows why Coach did what he did? I'm sure he's got his reasons, or maybe there was a conflict or whatever. I wouldn't worry about it. They're going to go. They're going to have 4 guys talk to the media along with Fran Brown on Wednesday, and they're going to come back and they're going to get ready for the start of camp in early August, and they're going to get ready for a month, and we're going to see what it looks like on August 30th.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it at all. But that's the big news going on in Syracuse.
Well, you're trying to read into it, and I know why you're trying to read into it, because everybody's trying to read into it.
Because we've got another hour and a half of radio to talk, Steve.
But I mean, again, that aside, you agree with me, right? That this isn't worth reading into?
No, I agree 100% with you.
Yeah, okay. We're just doing it because we feel like we have to.
Yeah, you got to tell people, because some people may not have known that this change had happened.
Yes.
But yeah, it's guys that have been around the program. They know what's expected of players in the program. what,
So, again, the initial list was Derek McDonald, Tank Wilson, Ricky Collins, Deuce Chestnut, and Ricky Collins is the only one of the original group that will be going. Be joined by Jack Stonehouse, Dan Villari, Barry Buxton III. So that's the 4. And then Fran goes. They talk Wednesday morning. It starts. There's several days, but Syracuse talks on Wednesday, and there's complete coverage on ACC Network throughout the week.
I also think Villari is a guy you want representing your program.
Yes.
He's come here.
He's insightful. He speaks his mind.
He played quarterback, didn't get it, switched to tight end. He's a dude you want represent your program and in your locker room.
Yeah. He puts the team first. He also, I think he gave the most insightful answer after Dino was let go about the status of the program. And I remember him saying, and I was surprised that he said it, but he talked about discipline. And he said, he has talked about that being the biggest change from Dino to Fran, that there, again, I'm paraphrasing, but there is more accountability now than there was when Dino was here. And I think that coming from a player says a lot because he sees the inner workings of the locker room day in and day out and, sees the inner workings of the team day in and day out. And, we can make our best guess from the outside looking in, but somebody who's in the heat of the moment there and for a player to come out, and he said it very respectfully, I almost got to say, and I think that he liked Dino, but I think that he was just speaking from the heart and saying, listen, we've got more discipline, more accountability now that we did not have when Dino was here.
I know we got Chris McCullough coming up. I want to ask you a quick question, though, seeing that you mentioned Dino.
Yeah.
And what we led with yesterday when we did a hard open, we said, what are the percentage chances that Syracuse makes the college football playoff before Fran Brown gets another job? I want to ask you a question. If Dino had followed up the 10-win season with an 8-win season or another 10-win season, would he have been the Syracuse football coach going into year 3?
Oh, would he have left and gone somewhere else?
Do you think somebody would have poached him?
Probably.
I do too.
Yeah.
All right. What would you? I would put that at 70%.
Yeah, and you remember after the 10-win season, he didn't even follow it up with another 10-win season yet. But after the 10-win season, we were taking calls about that.
Yeah.
That fans were so worried, and they said, you have to extend him, you have to extend him, you have to lock him up. And they did, and then fans were upset when it went south, and, you gave him an extension too quickly. Yeah. So
can't win.
You can't. I was just going to say.
That's why I got to stop arguing with our callers and our chatters.
You can't win. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. All right, we'll take a time out here. We've got Chris McCullough from Boeheim's Army set to join us on the other side. Their opener set for Saturday at OCC's SRC Arena. We're back after this on ESPN Radio.
The 2025 Major League Baseball All-Star Game from Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia.
The Stars are going to shine on a stage unlike any
Did
other.
Chestnut transfer out again?
Mythic feats happen on an almost nightly basis.
A home run for Aaron Judge.
The 2025 Major League Baseball All-Star Game.
And he made the catch.
Coverage begins today at 7 Eastern with first pitch at 8 Eastern.
On ESPN Syracuse.
Come see why it's got to be Nye at NyeAuto.com. Hi, I'm Dan Schertz, General Manager for the Nye Automotive Group in Oneida and Rome, official partners of the Syracuse Orange. Summer is here, and so are the sizzling deals at Nye. We have a massive selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, all priced to move. It's time to buy with Nye. Why? First off, we have low financing rates for qualified buyers on select inventory. We also have great trade values and huge incentives to lease or buy. That's why only at Nye. Why settle for the pushy big city dealers when you can have a low-stress buying experience at Nye? With 10 different franchises and hundreds of pre-owned vehicles to choose from, we have something for everyone. So why not get this summer started off with what you deserve, a new ride? Who knows? With deals this good, you may just be able to lower your payments too. We're only a short drive away from just about anywhere in Central New York, and our Google reviews will give you all the more reason to shop Nye before you buy. So come see why it's got to be Nye before you buy. Stop in and see us or shop us online at NyeAuto.com. That's NYEAUTO.com.
Because you have your finger on the pulse of the world.
Your comfort is our business. Holbrook Heating and Air.
This is Coach Adrian Autry. In basketball, having the right team makes all the difference. The same goes for keeping your home comfortable, and that's why I trust Holbrook Heating and Air Conditioning. Locally owned and operated right here in Central New York for 2 generations.
They kind of
Holbrook
snuck
knows
him in.
this community because they're part of it. They understand our weather,
But I know
our
one thing
neighborhood,
about
and what it takes to keep your home warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Just like building a winning team, they bring experience, dedication, and the kind of personal touch you only get from a local business. That's the Holbrook advantage. So whether you need a repair...
Sorry, I turned it back on so you could hear special ed. Sorry. You like a good hard opening? You all like a good hard opening. I know that about you. No, I hit the button to turn it back on because I accidentally played special ed last.
He's not on yet.
Okay.
Just be aware of that.
Uh-oh.
We should do special ed as ours of the day. 100%. We've not done that yet. He's got a bunch.
The mission?
Mm-hmm. He's got a few others. Deeper cuts. Or have him collab with somebody else, like Dougie Fresh and special ed on the same day.
I don't think I've ever... You ever had a bonbon?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a bonbon. Yeah, you have. Those are bougie.
Why are they bougie?
I don't know. That's
what do you mean?
I think bonbons are bougie.
Stop.
Yeah, ask AI if bonbons are bougie. Do you guys think... Can we have a poll? We haven't done a poll in a while. Are bonbons bougie? I'm only kidding with you. I just keep saying hard opening. Can't win them all.
Take a wild guess that we might be going to something else.
Oh.
I know, right? I know. Trust me. Luckily, the 115, there's a lot of girth in this 115.
I like something girthy in my hard opening.
I care a lot about winning.
Aren't bonbons ice cream? I thought they were chocolate covered ice cream.
That's bonbons?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's just ice cream with like a chocolate shell on it. I think it's ice cream. I don't know. Then if it's
Peg Bundy, not Pam Bundy.
So we don't have them. That's what we're going with. Okay. Okay.
Sorry, Syracuse fan. I failed you immensely.
What was the song "Shake Your Bonbon" about, Steve? Someone in the chat would like to know. That's a legitimate question.
This is for my ghetto mothers.
40 side felon.
You all right, Steve? It's the radio edit. I got this off.
That was close. That was close.
It wasn't close at all. It was very
close.
first.
Well,
Missy Elliott, misdemeanor.
We all knew what she was trying to say.
Yeah,
that was close.
You look so shook. Don't vote for Missy Elliott if you can't handle Missy Elliott. You're the one that voted for her.
I just don't want to get canceled.
We're not.
That's all.
Hot Boys, this one's called. I can't imagine you like your face just lit up in shock.
We're on the radio.
I know, but like you knew it was coming.
I know. I thought it was just going to be blank. Like I thought it was going to go silent.
That's how they do radio edits, Steve. They make it as close as possible. They do what you call.
They certainly did. Yep.
You call it something the line.
Towing the line.
Yeah, that's a good one. Towing the line. That's what I think it was.
All right, we are waiting on Chris McCullough. I'm afraid that we may have to push him back later in the show. Tried to reach out, unable to get a hold of him. So we will move on to other things. We'll circle back to Chris McCullough when
we can ask him the question.
Yeah, sure. We can.
The question.
The question.
Do you know what the question is?
About the roster?
No.
Oh, what's the question?
What his take on Jim Boeheim saying we're trying to get Chris to play bad.
Bad would be an improvement.
Yes.
That is the number one
You think
Jim
that's
Boeheim quote for me?
You think so?
The most memorable one for me was that.
We had Buddy and Jimmy on at the same time, and they said their favorite dad moment press conference was when he fought the microphone.
Yeah. See, that's funny though. That was funny.
They're both funny. They're both legitimately funny.
There are two for me. It's that one, and it's the 10 effing games. And the reason that one stands out to me is, again, it was Big East tournament. I'm about to go do a live hit at 5:00. He said that at like 4:35, and I was like, oh man, my night just got a lot more chaotic. And then I think I did 7 live hits over the course of the next 90 minutes after he said that. So I'll never forget that press conference. But the one that stands out to me at home was the Chris McCullough.
The disloyal idiot Gavendo brings up. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I also really, like, a lot of people didn't enjoy this one, but being a man who's vertically challenged, when he said a guy who's 5'4" doesn't know anything about basketball or something, that was off. That was comedy gold. Low key funny one at the Final Four. Matt Park and I always talk about this one. Someone, I don't even remember what the question was, but behind just deadpan said, "Was that a question or a statement?" Because as a question, it sucked, and as a statement, it also sucked. And he just had a way in press conferences.
He certainly did. They were entertaining. You know, it was must see
Punched our
TV.
effing guy. That was way before even my time.
Andre Hawkins one. Yeah, right. Took a swing. Yep.
Yeah. Kind of miss that stuff a little.
Of course. Sure. Yeah. No, it was certainly entertaining. So you want to ask Chris McCullough that? All these years later.
Haven't you wondered? Like, he's got to know it happened, right? Somebody had, like, on the team had to go, dude, he just
I would think
he blasted you at a press conference.
I would think he knew. Yeah. I would think so. I wonder if they can laugh about it all these years later.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they do. Like, he did that to a lot of players.
He did. Yeah.
Who else did he used to, like, I remember Queth used to get it just in the locker room.
Queth used to get it. Paul Harris. Yeah. I think Tyler Roberson got it a little bit.
He might have deserved it a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially after he let me down with his
right.
poor senior season. He never yells at shooters. I noticed that.
You know, people say that, but
I think he would agree.
Like he never yelled at Joe. He never yelled at Trevor. Like, yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Not like that.
Not publicly. Like, he wouldn't call them out publicly in press conferences.
No. Like, on the court, the shooters never got it.
We don't want to take away their. You don't want to take away their confidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, they definitely got a talking to.
Yeah, but it never went to the level
of other guys. Yeah. No, I would agree with that.
Used to get it.
Yep. But as you said, Scoop probably deserved it some of the time, right?
Jordan also on our chat in our rundown wants to. They did the top 25 college basketball players of the 2000s in the Athletic, and Carmelo Anthony was number 1. Who would be the other 4 Syracuse players? If he's number 1 all time, I tend to agree that he's up there.
So I think you have to put Jerry number 2 from. You're talking about from the 2000s, like 2000 to 2010. We're talking. Or are you talking about 2000 to present day?
I would assume it was to present day because this is all of the 2000s.
All of the 2000s. Okay. All right. Well, either way, I think Jerry's probably second.
Is he?
I think so.
Was Jerry better than Hakeem Warwick?
Yes.
Yeah?
I think so. I would put Warwick third.
If you had to start a pickup game, would Jerry McNamara be your second pick?
No.
How do you justify that?
I justify it with accomplishments. Although, I mean, Warwick was right there too, but I think what Jerry meant to this program and the way that he became such a beloved figure here, I would probably put him second.
He's probably the second most beloved, but I think Hakeem Warwick was a better basketball player.
Yeah. I would say, again, if you're doing the pickup thing, then yeah, you're probably putting Warwick second.
Yeah, I would put Warwick second. I'd probably put Jerry fifth.
Really?
Yeah, I got to go through the 2000s players. Would you take O'Shea Brissett?
No. Before Jerry, no.
Malachi Richardson?
No. Johnny Flynn?
Johnny Flynn is, I would take, he's probably 4. He's my, like.
I know you love Johnny Flynn.
He'd probably be number 4.
But again, don't you take into account accomplishments?
Not the NBA.
No, I'm not saying the NBA. Jerry didn't have the NBA. I'm saying like
Johnny Flynn didn't have Hakeem Warwick and number 1 and number 2 on his list.
Jerry's got a ring, and Johnny, they were disappointing. Like that team with Dante Green, that was a major disappointment.
Johnny Flynn is probably 4.
Stop. Jerry's got to be ahead of Johnny Flynn.
If you had a,
but that's not what we're. I mean, I don't take the list.
It's legitimately what we're doing.
I don't take the list like that.
If you had to build the top 5 basketball players,
Jerry is ahead of Johnny Flynn. Like.
If you were playing pickup right now, you would take, in their prime, you would take Jerry over Johnny Flynn.
But this didn't say if you're taking, if we're having a pickup game. This said rank the best players, right?
Yes.
And
so if you're taking them ahead, you think they're better.
Hang on. So the person who put this together from The Athletic, Lindsay Schnell, she starts it by saying, I care about winning. Somebody's ability to lift their team to new heights. For some programs, that means a national championship. And then she goes in to talk about Carmelo. Right? Hang on.
So Jerry lost to Vermont.
He won a national title.
Yeah.
So to me, it's okay. To me, it's like it's a no-brainer.
See, I'd probably
Jerry is on this list above Johnny Flynn.
Here I go.
Johnny was obviously very talented. Jerry is ahead of him.
I love Jerry, but I would not take him above any of the following.
But this isn't about a pickup game. This is about rank the best players from Syracuse, right?
And I'm going to.
And his accomplishments put him higher than Johnny.
I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to take Mello, Hack, Dion, Flynn, Jerry.
Okay.
Those are my 5.
You're allowed to do that. Let's go to the phone lines. We've got Scooter in Jamesville. Scooter, what's up?
Hey, guys, you talk about best quotes. Remember McCullough when someone mentioned about the lottery, and Coach Pam goes, what lottery? Is he going to win the New York State lottery? I thought that was a pretty good quote about McCullough, but my favorite was Craig Forth. He had no rebounds, and he says even a dead guy gets at least 1 rebound in a game. I thought that was one of the better things he said. But, hey, Paulie, actually, I was a Padre fan last Thursday and Friday. Did you stay up and watch the games?
Yeah, I watch them all.
Okay, yeah, I was up at Turney Stone, kind of bored. I figured, okay, I got something to do at 1 o'clock, so I took Machado over 2 total bases and Tatis, and I figured I'd be up to about 1 o'clock, so I figured, they probably won't do it until later in the game. And Machado hits a double in the first inning to go over, and Tatis hit a home run in the 3rd inning. I said, man, I didn't know Tatis was actually in a slump, so I took him on Friday, and he had a couple hits then, so you can thank me for me actually breaking him out of the slump. And the last thing is the Herkimer Originals, part owner is Alice Cooper. Are we going to get Alice Cooper as your musical guest on Friday?
No, we have songs about cars on Friday because of the Nationals. The Napa Auto Parts Syracuse Nationals, presented by Sweetgrass.
What? Do it on Thursday.
Maybe.
Okay. That's good.
All right.
Yep.
All right, Scooter. Appreciate you checking in. All right. So I see in the chat there's some pushback about Jerry, Philly's Most Wanted in particular, who I agree with quite a bit, says that if it's about winning, Jerry ain't it. And he goes on to talk about how Jerry was disappointing other than
when he had
work. When he had work and Carmelo on his squad. And then using the Big East tournament against him. He single-handedly willed them to that Big East tournament, 4 wins in 4 days. And then, yes, I know that they lost their first-round game. He was playing on half a leg, okay?
He had
a major groin. The Texas A&M game, he had a major groin injury.
That tournament also was against the number 1 team.
Correct. So stop, you can't use the Big East tournament against him. In terms of his stats and saying he was a disappointment when he didn't have Hack or Carmelo, his last year he averaged 16.6 assists. And again, he led them, without him, go back to what Jim Boeheim said, they don't win 10 games. So Jerry was a winner. Like, you're not going to convince me otherwise. He absolutely was a winner, and I think that has to be taken into account when you're putting together who was the best, quote unquote, of the 2000s. You know, the Warwick and him, that could be a debate, and I can see why you would put him second. I don't think you can put him behind Dion or Johnny. I don't. I really don't. He's got a ring.
All right, that's great. If I'm picking best players,
all right. I guarantee you on this list by Lindsey Schnell, if Melo didn't have a ring, he's not number one.
Okay,
he's number one because he has a ring.
Great. If Johnny Flynn was point guard on the 2003 team, do you think they'd probably
Yes, they probably win, but they didn't, right? He had a couple of years here. He had 2 years here, and one of his years was a massive disappointment.
This isn't like you act like we're all crapping on Jerry. Jerry, if you went by most
Philly's most wanted is.
You went by most beloved player.
Read the comment.
I would say, yeah.
Read the comment.
Yeah, he's the most beloved. I would put him over Melo when it came to beloved.
Yeah.
So,
but that's not. He's not just number 2 on my list because he's beloved. He's number 2 on my list because look at his stats, his free throw shooting, his 3-point percentage. Again, what he meant to this program for 4 years. The fact that he won a title, he's got the Big East tournament title run at the end of his career. Like he won a lot, and he was incredibly impactful.
He's the 5th best.
And he was more impactful than what Johnny and Dion said. And you said you can't take into account the NBA, so you're going to put Dion ahead of him. Dion had one really good year here. Johnny had one really good year.
If I had to go by, like I said, if I'm building a basketball team out of players from the 2000s, Jerry's probably on my bench.
Okay. So now who's ahead of him?
Because the way I did it was all guards.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, but to me, I don't take this as we're making a roster that we're going to play in the playground with. This is who had the best career in the 2000s. And, Melo is first, and I'm putting Jerry second.
I just went by best player.
Okay. All right. See, we survived without Chris McCullough. Hopefully he will call us.
I wish you wouldn't fight with me so
I'm not
much.
fighting. I'm not fighting.
You're always yelling.
You can't say that Jerry's not a winner, though. You can't.
No, that's fine. He's top.
I didn't say you said that. I didn't say you said that. You can't say that. 315-437-7644.
LA Orange says he would have put Jerry on the list if he beat Vermont. That's a good point.
We'll take a time out here.
You put that out in the universe that caused him to lose.
We'll take a time out here. We'll wrap up hour number 1 next on ESPN Radio. Govendo, I did not root against Jerry. I said that I was not heartbroken that they lost, and that was not his last game. His last game was against Texas A&M. Yeah, LA Orange, that's the other part of this topic that we're not discussing is that, talk about the guys that we're choosing from.
We didn't even talk about Michael Carter-Williams or Tyler Ennis.
No, I know, but they're all more than a decade removed from being here, right? That is a good point.
Did you root for Texas A&M? Good question.
Stop. AC Law from that Texas A&M team. Coaching tree. He was part of Sportscaster U.
Oh, look at you. Yeah, Hakeem was in the Vermont loss.
So
who do you love more, Josh Allen or Jerry McNamara?
Jerry, because I actually know him personally, and I know that he's a good man. Josh, I don't know him personally. He's a good quarterback.
Man crushes are intense.
Greg Paulus is another one.
Yeah,
I will fight you about Greg Paulus. John Galloway. I will fight you about John Galloway.
I think I've only really had one man crush, and that was on Chris Jericho. I didn't even like wrestling.
I wouldn't call it a man crush. It's just I respect them as people.
You have a man crush?
No.
Why can't you admit you have a man crush?
Because it's a respect. It's
2025. You can have a bromance with your man crush.
All right.
Like if you had a barbecue, it would be a brobecue, and you would invite those guys and not me.
I would invite you, and you would say no.
Yeah, I don't want to hang out with Josh Allen.
Oh, Sean Belby texted back. Let's see.
Do you have a Josh Allen fathead in your bedroom?
Charles Pride is officially on the roster.
I never realized how good Manny Machado was till the Fox broadcast on Saturday of the Padres game. And him and Bryce Harper got drafted at the same time, and their numbers are identical.
Are they?
Yeah. He's got more home runs. He was a jerk when he was young. I would rather with Aaron Rodgers because I'm a Steelers fan. And the conversation would be freaking intense, I bet, with Aaron Rodgers. If you could interview one of those
Phillies most wanted, I'm going to tell you a Paulus story in the next break.
We're
running out of time here, but I have a good Paulus story that kind of encapsulates who he is.
As a reporter, if you had to do an interview with just one of the two, Allen or Rodgers, just as a reporter, who would you choose? Like you had to put out good content.
I mean, the Rodgers has a higher ceiling because you don't know what he's going to say.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to tell Josh Allen you don't love him anymore. You didn't make this easy on me. Gossip Folks from Missy Elliott featuring Ludacris.
All right. With that, let's close out our first hour by bringing on Bill from Lee Baldwin and Company. Bill, thanks for coming on today. How are you doing? How's the market doing?
I'm doing well. The market is mixed today. We have earnings season starting kind of officially today, and for the next week or two, we're going to see plenty of earnings. We have the Dow down 300, partly due to the banks. Those are going to be our dogs today. They've actually had a great run, so it looks like just a little profit taking today after most of them reported better than expected numbers. JP Morgan, the biggest, is down just 1%, and the others are down a little bit more, but more profit taking. And then on the upside, we do have tech doing well. Tech continues to do well. NVIDIA is jumping 4%. It's the largest U.S. company by market cap. The government's going to allow them to sell their low-end AI chip to China again, so that will help them tremendously. And that's it today. Just mixed and quiet.
All right, Bill. We appreciate it. Thank you as always.
Yes.
All right. Lee Baldwin, all the diamonds, none of the dogs. Visit leebaldwin.com. As we, again, hope to track down Chris McCullough at some point during the show. Boeheim's Army tipping things off on Saturday. It's going to be here before we know it, Paulie. 6 o'clock, OCC's SRC Arena. We will be on the call for
Yes,
ESPN
I can't
Radio.
wait.
Yeah, I can tell.
Cannot wait. Yesterday's, I don't know if anybody missed it, but we did animation cartoon home run derby.
Yes, we did.
And I won with Grape Ape, Fat Albert, and Bugs Bunny. World class.
You know, my sister used to love Grape Ape, and I should have told her about that segment yesterday because she would have gotten a kick out of it. I'll have to tell her today.
It is animation night at the Well Now Urgent Care Moonlight Movie Series tomorrow, brought to you by Bill Rapp of Syracuse and Chick-fil-A. It's animation night. Elemental, that's the other one. And Inside Out.
Okay.
For animation night. Gates open at 5:30. Free movies start at 6. MoonlightMoviesCNY.com for more information. Friday, Steve, we will be at the Syracuse Nationals also.
I've got my credentials.
Yeah, I got you hooked up.
Received them today.
I know a person or two to get you in.
Excellent. Well, good. I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be Friday, and then Saturday we'll be over at OCC for the for Boeheim's Army's opener.
Speaking of animation, also I was listening to the commercial today. I did not know this. The Jetsons car, George Jetson's car. You know, when his wife takes his money out of his wallet, is there.
Is at the Nationals?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's there.
I'm going to have to check it out.
I will too. That is number one priority. Seeing George Jetson's car, the Batmobile.
What about Wonder Woman's plane? Will we know if it's there?
We asked that question already.
Because it's invisible.
Yeah. We remember how silly I thought that was, that there was just a woman flying through the air. All you got to do is aim for the woman. That was a dumb idea. Invisible plane.
Well, it might be there and we might not even know it.
Unless someone's sitting in the passenger seat.
Exactly.
Or driver's. They probably don't let you in the driver's seat. Want you taking off in that thing. Never find you.
All right. We are.
That is the equivalent of like one of the stealth bombers being made of glass. And there would just be dudes flying through the air.
Yeah.
McCullough.
At high speeds.
McCullough tomorrow, 12:30.
Oh, okay.
We've been bumped.
There you go.
You want to make the huge announcement? Did we do that already?
We did not make the huge announcement on air. We did during the commercial, but I was looking into Boeheim's Army, and there's one Charles Pride listed on the roster. So I reached out because there's been no official announcement about Charles Pride, but I asked Sean Belby, and he got back to me and confirmed it. So Charles Pride. Remember when we had him on the show, he said there may be an 11th player?
It does sound like an insurance policy.
Possibly.
Also.
Yeah, for Buddy. Yeah, Buddy's out at the Las Vegas Summer League. Did not play the other night, but still with the Pacers. May miss at least the first game. But again, Charles Pride has been added to this roster. So another local talent, former CBA and Liverpool guy, and had a really good career at Bryant. He will be part of Boeheim's Army. So Chris McCullough coming your way tomorrow. We're going to take a time out. We're going to talk women's basketball on the other side. Natasha Adair, associate head coach for the SU women, set to join us here in studio as we kick off hour number 2 next on ESPN Radio.
You haven't made fun of my shirt today like everybody else did.
I like it.
Oh, my God.
Because what happened? Okay.
It's just one of those.
One of them days. Monica. Can you play Monica when we come back?
Just one of them days. I'll play Sybil. It's a bunch of palm trees, and everybody at work was saying I dress like a old person, I'm going sailing.
Oh, I was supposed to tell you the Paulus story. I think I've told you this before, but when Joe Mazzella passed away unexpectedly, it was when Paulus was playing his 1 year of football at SU, and I went to the church after the 6:00 show that night, and there were so many people at the wake that it wrapped out of the church and like literally down the block. And I got into the line and I asked the person in front of me, I said, how long are they saying the wait is? And they said it's about 4 hours. So I was like, okay. And in walks Greg Paulus behind me, like literally like 2 minutes after I got there. And we knew each other. I mean, I knew Greg very well. I covered him in high school, and then he actually worked with me as an intern. He interned for me for 1 year, so I knew him really well. We were chatting, and I was like, they're telling me it's going to be about 4 hours. And he had just gotten out of practice, and he said, he's like, yeah. He's like, I figured it would be a while. And he stood in line for 4 hours and paid his respects to the family. When, again, he's Greg Paulus. I don't think anybody would have blamed him if he was, kind of skipped the line and just got out of practice, and hey, I just, want to pay my respects. But he stood there for 4 hours, and I have so much respect for him. I mean, I had a respect anyway, but that story alone just kind of like elevated my respect for him. So there you go. Like, why? Why do you have a smirk on your face? Like, what is funny about that story?
There's nothing funny about it. I don't know.
What bothers you about it?
There's nothing bothering me about it. Why are you trying?
Because you have a smirk on your face.
I don't know. Kevin said, save your story.
All right. I thought it was a good story.
It was a little anticlimactic.
Why is it anticlimactic?
I don't know. I thought he was going to, you saw him pulling a baby out of a burning building or something.
Again, I think of all people that could have skipped the line, I think he would have, the quarterback of the SU football team probably could have been like, hey, just pop it in here. I don't know.
It doesn't drive me nuts. I was just laughing. I'm not mad. I'm just laughing. Like it was.
It makes me not want to share with you. We need to go to counseling.
You will never stop sharing. You overshare.
I overshare.
You'll be like saying stuff, and I'm like, oh no, why do you do this?
Because I want you to appreciate me, and you don't.
My every once in a while, my cold foam gets clumpy. Yeah, I was ready for this one time a plane crashed and Greg put everybody on his back and carried him out. He didn't budge in line.
Character is revealed when people aren't looking. And that was a case where people really weren't looking. Like, you're not looking at that. Yeah. And to me, that revealed his character.
That's why I have high character, because nobody's ever looking when I'm doing my high character things. Like Batman. I'm a philanthropist.
All right, so what are we doing here? Do we want to do today's business here? What do we want to do?
Sure, why not?
I don't know, Jordan. Is it possible to do today's business here? Yeah. Can you do today's business here? Oh, he said 1:15. Yeah. Okay. So any second? You just gonna bring him in, or do you want to do?
If you want me to do today's.
You tell me. When do you think they'll be here? Okay. All right. Then we'll banter for 5 minutes.
Sock it to me. I accidentally deleted one of the songs. I gotta find it again. This is featuring DeBrat. You a fan of the DeBrat, Steve?
I don't know if I would say a fan, but I'm okay.
Could you name a DeBrat song? I could not.
It's like, she has one that's like Funktified or something like that?
I did not know DeBrat was a woman. There we go.
DeBrat is a woman. Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
She's got like braids in her hair?
Yep. No idea.
No? Okay.
I did not know who DJ Fat Scoop was either.
Yeah, Funktified is one of her songs.
That's it. Yep. Ryan Mullen helping you out.
What? Oh, I was looking. I Googled it. Did he say that in the chat? Oh, yeah. He did say that. I had that on my own.
Good work.
I did. Okay, so it is one of those days. Natasha Adair set to join us here in a few minutes. Not here yet, but as soon as she arrives, we'll bring her on. We'll bring her in. Chris McCullough has been rescheduled for tomorrow. You said at 12:30, yes. Mm-hmm. So we'll talk some TBT with Chris McCullough tomorrow. The team's only practicing a couple times together before the game.
I think that's an annual thing.
No,
right?
I know, but it's got to be tough to kind of bring everybody together. All right, you've got 2 practices, 3 practices, whatever it is. To get up to speed with a few out of bounds plays.
I feel like this is truly just talent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think to win the thing, I think you do need to gel and you need to have teamwork. I think the first game or two, it's talent and you're kind of figuring it out on the fly. Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah, you got to get along, and I mean, if by the end you're not knowing where one guy's going on the court instinctively, you're probably in trouble.
Yeah.
But I tend to think the most talented teams win.
Yeah, I think early on in this tournament that's for real. But I will say this: like, they went through that stretch where Overseas Elite was dominating this tournament. That was about much more than talent. They were obviously talented because they had a lot of overseas players, the pro players, but they played well together and they had experience together, and I think that certainly matters. So, we'll see. And Jimmy said that yesterday. Jimmy was on Bridge Street yesterday, and he talked about the fact that you need to gel. The teams that gel
in a short period of time tend to do better in this tournament. And I think that makes sense. Yes, you need talent. There's probably, this is a case where there's probably 10 teams at most that could win this tournament. So of those 10, I think the teams that play the best together and the teams that come together the best and quickest probably tend to make the deepest run.
Overseas teams do have a tendency to play together a lot.
Correct. Right. So that definitely helps. So I think that's something that you got to take into account.
You excited for game 1 against the Originals?
I'm excited to be calling the game. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. And, we'll have a front row seat for the opener, 6 o'clock on Saturday against the Herkimer Originals, and a few local guys on that team as well. So, yeah, it's a game Boeheim's Army should win, obviously, and we'll get to see what it all looks like. We don't know if Buddy's going to play or not. I would assume I'm kind of assuming he's not going to be there for that first game until I hear differently. That's going to be my assumption, especially with the addition of Charles Pride. That probably makes the most sense. So I would guess that Buddy's probably going to miss that first game, given the dates that are associated with the Las Vegas Summer League. And then you hope you take care of business in that first one, and you get him back in time for the second one and beyond.
If you can't make it up to the arena for Boeheim's Army's games in the TBT, you can catch them right here on ESPN Radio. You and I will do game 1. Tim Leonard will take us the rest of the way. It's brought to you by Holbrook Heating and Air Conditioning in Great Lakes, Honda City. I'd like to thank them for jumping on board of our TBT coverage, Steve.
Are you looking forward to it? Aside from the fact that we get to work together, we get to call a game, are you looking forward to Boeheim's Army?
I'm looking forward to seeing Rakeem Christmas. I liked him.
Yeah.
He and I smiled at each other.
What?
We had a good relationship.
Okay.
We saw each other, we would smile.
Good.
At each other.
Good.
Maybe even give a what's up.
I do like the fact that this team has kind of gotten back to what the TBT was supposed to be all about when it first, came about a decade ago, and that is it's supposed to be, alums from one school. And it was when Boeheim's Army first started. Then they kind of got away from it, especially that year where they won it all. They really got away from it. They had a couple of Cuse guys.
Good payroll on that team.
But they really went outside the family. I like the fact that, more than half of this roster is, happens to be Cuse guys. You got Buddy, you've got Jimmy, you've got Elijah Hughes, you've got Chris McCullough, you've got Malachi, and you've got Rakeem Christmas. So 6 of the 11 are Cuse guys, and then Charles Pride is a Syracuse native. So you've got a lot of local ties with this team, and I think that gets back to the truer form of what this tournament was supposed to be all about.
Are you interested to see how they move? I always like doing that in the TBT too. I like to see how they've aged. Like Buddy and Jimmy are still
young guys.
Yeah. But Elijah Hughes is getting up there, right? He's he's late 20s.
Let's see. Okay. Sorry, we're just getting an update about the interview that we're doing. Yeah, I mean, McCullough's obviously been around the block for a while, and Christmas, same thing.
Is your update different than mine? I had to take a break at 107.
Oh, I didn't get that one.
All right, let's take a break.
Okay,
we'll come back, and we'll either be on VMix or we'll have a guest in studio.
Okay, we will look forward to talking with Natasha Adair, associate head coach of the SU women. She will join us next on ESPN Radio. That was not what mine said. Oh, take a break now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll switch.
Oh, I misinterpreted.
I couldn't figure out a good way to. There's no good way to try to type a
Nice kneecap, Steve. Gaper likes our body parts. He likes your knees and my shoulders. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. That's why we do this. That's why we do this show every day. You may hate it, but that's why. Careful with your neck. Chat was just saying your switch shirts. Do you ever go? Someone would like to know if you've ever seen the sun. Do you? I'm a crispy bronze. Do you often wear mosquito repellent in the summer months? Why is that so funny to me?
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you frequently wear?
I actually never wear.
No, look at you living on the edge. Wow, Steve, he loves your kneecaps and pencil neck and Jordan's hair. Pencil neck is strut. Your legs are getting it now.
Yep.
SPF mosquito. Do you wear nose plugs when you go swimming? No? Okay. That was a legitimate question. My mom used to love eggplant also. Parmesan. I have eggplant in my freezer right now. I might have eggplant for dinner. Eggplant cutlets. Do you wear rec specs when playing pickup basketball?
It's very.
Do you put white sunscreen on your nose tip when you're at the beach? No, okay. Get your freak on, Steve. I like that the chat, you should join us on QSportsTalk.com. People were asking Steve about his summer activities and in the chat. It was nice. It's good to see you getting a playful ribbing every once in a while instead of me. Oh, I got the wrong mic turned on, sorry.
Playful. Is that what it is?
Yeah. You're wearing shorts today.
I am wearing shorts today. I'm not working at Channel 9 today.
People were complimenting your kneecaps.
Yeah. Is that what it was? I don't know.
And your skin texture, your skin tone.
I need to play some more golf. Have the sun hit my legs.
I would love to go. If you asked me to go golfing, I would go golfing.
You would go golfing?
Yeah, I would go golfing. Yeah.
All right. Can we do that at some point?
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay. We should. I need an excuse to get out.
This hasn't been our best day ever for show-wise when it comes to guests being on time.
It's okay. We'll make do. We always do.
We got bumped by Chris McCullough.
We got bumped, or is it possible like he forgot, or like how do you know we got bumped?
I was just
Maybe something came.
I think the best of people, Steve, unlike you. I don't just go to the negative.
You said we got bumped. Bumped.
Yeah, he
indicates he had some. He chose to talk to somebody else over us,
he
or
was,
he was like
feeding the homeless.
Okay, that could be. I'd be okay with that.
Am I allowed at Bellevue? That's a good question. There may be a poster of me saying, "Don't let me."
Didn't you steal something from Bellevue?
No.
Didn't you steal a flag or something?
Yeah, that was a different golf course. It wasn't Bellevue. I used to go sledding.
Okay.
It
wasn't really a different golf course?
Yeah, it was a different one in Camillus.
Okay. All right. I wasn't 100% sure I believed you, but
our guest is here, so we're just waiting for them to ready to rhyme with Schmein Schmrove. I don't know if the statute of limitations. Yes, I did get caught though, and it was returned.
You did get caught. Okay.
We were doing one of those
scavenger hunts. Yes, you told us about that. I thought it was Bellevue, but
no.
Okay.
And we took a golf flag. That was one of the things on the.
Because Bellevue was a lot closer to where you lived.
Yeah,
than the other one.
I would walk and go sledding down.
Yeah.
The hole right on Velasco.
Yeah, that couldn't have been safe.
Yeah. But I did it.
Okay. The hole. I was thinking you were going down Velasco Road. You're saying that's number 5.
Yeah,
that's
we would
the fifth
go
hole.
down the fifth hole.
You went down the fifth hole. Yeah. Okay. All right. Has our guest arrived?
I don't know. I believe so. Why don't you go tell him to come on in, and we will talk about Syracuse Nationals. The Syracuse Nationals. The Napa Auto Parts Syracuse Nationals is coming July 18th, 19th, and 20th at the New York State Fairgrounds, presented by the McGuire family of dealerships in Sweetgrass. It's the largest car show in the Northeast with over 7,000 vehicles and 250 vendors. Got a vehicle you want to bring? Register at SyracuseNationals.com. Better do it quick because it's coming up. Purchase your admission tickets at SyracuseNationals.com. Kids under 12 are free. Come on out, SyracuseNationals.com.
All right. And with that, Paulie, we are pleased to be joined now in studio by our special guest, Natasha Adair, Associate Head Coach for the SU Women's Basketball Team, joining us here. Coach, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
It's nice to meet you. It's our first chance to have a chance to talk with you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Just fresh off the road recruiting. This was a big recruiting weekend for us, so we got in late last night. So much excitement out there on the road, and for me to be able to represent, the Orange family and echo Coach Jack and who she is, her passion, but also her pride. And so it's about we're starting week 3. So I've been here 3 weeks. And when I tell you got here and hit the ground running.
With recruiting in women's basketball, the game is growing exponentially. Is there events like they have, for the men's where you can just go to one place and do it, or are you traveling all over the place?
Well, the beauty of it is we have multiple coaches that can kind of divide and conquer. So we are out on the road this week. I was in Vegas. I went from Vegas to Kentucky, but we were in Cincinnati. We were in Indianapolis. So we are all over the place, scouring, the country for the best talent. And the beauty of it is there's so much talent out here, and women's basketball players, there's size, there's athleticism, there's IQ, there's so many sharpshooters, and a lot of them will look really, really good in orange.
We had Felicia Leggett-Jack on our show last week, and she was very complimentary of you and how lucky this program is to have you. So can you tell us a little bit about your basketball journey and how you ended up here at Syracuse?
Oh, my goodness. Well, this is, I'm going on year 30. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I've had the benefit of working for some amazing coaches when I was an assistant coach at Georgetown University. I know we don't mention that school too much.
Yeah,
I know.
Around here.
And then, in the ACC at Wake Forest University, where I spent, 9 years. And to be back in the ACC, I did kind of smile when she called, but went on and had a phenomenal career as a head coach at the College of Charleston, back at Georgetown University, the University of Delaware, most recently Arizona State. And so very seasoned and also has seen the game grow. Where we are right now in college athletics for women's basketball, women's sports, they're hot. And just us talking about it today, the viewership, you can see viewership Numbers are through the roof. Ticket sales are through the roof. And so when Felicia called me, when Coach Jack called, and I've known her for over 20 years, and I've always respected her. She's a coach that, when I got in the business, extended an olive branch, someone that you could go to, not just about basketball, but about life. And that's who she is, not only for her staff of coaches, but for her players. We talked about the opportunity. We talked about what it was going to look like. And for me, it was a no-brainer to be a part of her staff, her family, this community. It was yes right away.
So along those lines, I was going to ask you that as my follow-up question. What was it about this place, this job, this program that felt like the right fit for you at this time?
Well, I'm originally from Washington, D.C., so just growing up, you know about Syracuse University. You know about Syracuse athletics, and you know the competitiveness. But you add Coach Jack to that, someone who not only is coaching here, but she bleeds orange, right? Played here, most recently in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, grew up here.
Right,
yeah.
Grew up here, right? Hometown hero. And so to know that you would be working alongside of someone that is just not in a job, right? This is her way of life. She is going to leave everything that she has on the line for this university, for this community, and for our student athletes. I wanted to align myself with that passion, that vision. But she's also a winner. She's a winner. She's a champion. And everything that she touches, every person that she motivates and mentors to, they succeed. And so I just, there's so many character traits. There's so many reasons why. But most importantly, it was just to align myself with a winner, with a person who cares, who leads with love, and just finishes every day on empty.
You said you've been doing this for 30 years or so. How have you seen the game change? And I guess part of that, is, you look at this roster, 15 players on this roster, more than half of them, 8 of them are either transfers or freshmen. So it seems like it's almost like a brand new team every year. I mean, how have you, and that was not the case when you first got started.
Before, you didn't transfer, and if you transferred, there were rules where you had to, sit out a year or two if it was in conference. But the game has evolved, and to be relevant in the game and to be competitive in the game, you have to evolve with it. And that's an attribute to our administration, to our president, to our AD, to our leaders that say, you know what, we're not only going to just compete, we want to be the best. And so just seeing the game change, I think it attributes just to where we are in athletics, but where women's sports have really, really prevailed. And now we're on the forefront in pretty much every sport there is. It gives our student athletes, when I graduated from college, there was no WNBA, right? To now know that there's WNBA, and now we're talking about expansion teams. Our student athletes, it's not just a dream. They just don't have to go play, internationally, even though that's great for them to do, but they can stay home. And so that, just to see the game change, to see women's basketball leading the numbers on ESPN coverages, and people want to buy season tickets and people want to be in the building, I've got to see it evolve that way, right? I always knew that it was the hottest ticket in town and such a competitive sport because I played it. But now to know that everyone's talking about women's sports, God rest his soul. Kobe would have been, that girl dad, and he started that trend. But you see fathers bringing their daughters to the games. You see them at the WNBA games and patronizing women's sports. Watching volleyball, I have to, shameless plug. My daughter plays volleyball at Texas State. She's a junior, but just to know she even says, "Mommy, I can play after college." It's a game changer, and you can't be what you can't see. And now our student athletes know that they can play after college, that there is support for women's basketball. There are eyes on women's basketball and women's sports. I just think that we've just scratched the surface, and there's more for us to do.
I do want to circle back to your daughter and your family here in a minute, but I have to ask you, you've been here, I know it's only been 3 weeks, but what can you tell us about next year's team, or this coming season's team? What has stood out to you about this group you're working with?
The competitiveness. This group, we are up every morning. We're in the gym, 6:45, stretching, 7 a.m. start. And when I tell you, you would think it's 1 p.m. in the afternoon with the energy and enthusiasm. you touched on that there are 8 new players. You wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a learning curve, terminologies, but basketball's basketball. I think Coach cracked a smile. I know she's going to see this and hear this. I probably shouldn't say that, but she cracked a smile today because we are competing.
Mm-hmm.
What I absolutely love is you wouldn't really know that there are 8 new players because they're spending so much time together, the chemistry, the sisterhood that they are forming. But at the end of the day, the goal is to win. And the goal is to put Syracuse women's basketball in a position to win the ACC championship, to go to the NCAA, to get us, past the Sweet 16, to get us to an Elite 8. We want to compete for a national championship. And when you look in that gym and you see the pieces, we have the size, we have the depth, we have the ability to score on the perimeter, inside, and we have balance within. We have experience. And you just have a group that's super, super hungry to win.
All right, tell us a little bit about your family, if you could. From what I understand, you were recently in Europe with your daughter?
So my daughter, like I said, plays volleyball at Texas State. She's a rising junior, Alyssa. I call her Allie. And her team went abroad. And most teams in college, the student athletes, at least one time within their 4 years, will be afforded a trip abroad. And they went to Europe. We started in Prague. And then we were in Slovenia. Then we went to Venice.
Wow.
Then we finished in Paris. Not too shabby. I said, Coach, yes, I'm coming, but I have a trip before I get there. But just, basketball and all sports for her, volleyball opens doors, right? There's so many opportunities that sports create for our student athletes. I remember when I was coaching at a school that I won't name, and we were in Europe, and one of the student athletes said, I was just trying to make it out of where I'm from, and here I am now in Paris, right? And just now she's abroad. Now she's abroad teaching and working, and it just creates another opportunity and just a world scope for our student athletes. But to be there with my daughter, they competed. They played club teams in Prague, in Slovenia, and in Paris. But it was more about team bonding. The incoming freshmen were able to be there. She's now a leader and a junior, and just watching her thrive. But and they're actually changing conferences as well.
Right.
So there's so much happening in women's sports, and just as a mom watching my daughter do it. But I also have a son, a 29-year-old son who played at Johnson C. Smith. He played basketball, and so my children they've grown up in the gym. They know what it means to work hard, and reaps the benefits of their hard work. I'm a very proud mother.
I was just going to say, I can tell how proud you are.
I am super proud, yes.
When you're not coaching basketball, what do you like to do? What are some of your hobbies? Tell us about you personally.
Well, I love spending time with my family. I think that's the biggest thing. Being from Washington, D.C., I am closer than I was in Arizona. Yeah. I will tell you that.
Sure.
I was able to just go home last weekend and see my mom and dad and spend some time with my family. But if not, I love to just read. I loved writing poetry. Those are things that people may not know about me, but really because there's so much going on, it's just quiet time. But time with my family is the biggest thing for me.
Well, we are so happy that you're here in Syracuse. And again, Felicia Leggett-Jack was telling us last week that she feels awfully fortunate to have you as part of the staff. It was a pleasure chatting with you today. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you both.
Best of luck as the season gets started. I know it's going to be here before we know it.
All I want to say is if you don't have your season tickets, you're late. Go get your season tickets now. Our women are working extremely hard. This is going to be a very, very special year.
All right. Natasha Adair joining us here on the program. We'll take a timeout. 315-437-7644 is the number if you'd like to check in. We've got today's business on the other side. We're back after this on ESPN Radio.
Not going to happen. You guys can't handle the Brian Higgins files. It will take down all of central New York. I am taller than Jordan and Cody. That's my claim to fame. Are you in the Brian Higgins files? You don't want to be involved. Have you been to his island? Have you been on his plane? Higgy is good. When did I bring up anything about Trump? Since I'm a Trump guy, what's the like over in MAGA? I don't think I've ever said who I voted for. I think if there was anything on anybody of importance like Trump or the Bidens or Clinton, it would have been out by now. I'm sure there's celebrities on there, but if it was somebody in politics, they would have destroyed them with it by now. That's my take on the whole thing. If it was really damning to Trump or Clinton, it would be all over the place.
What if it was damning to both sides? So they just kind of like, well, we won't.
No, somebody would have. They don't do that. Somebody would have leaked it to. I've said more than one time the way I voted. I don't think I've ever. Have you ever heard me say which way I voted?
No.
Neither have I. I specifically say I'm not talking about that stuff. You know what this song's about, Steve? It's 1 Minute Man.
Yeah. Is that Janet in the background?
No.
No, I think
Kiana. Ludacris and Kiana.
Aren't they sampling Janet Jackson?
What do I sound like? Sample Man? Think I'm Sample Man? Do you think that's Janet Jackson?
No, not that one. The
Boy, I'ma make you love me. Make you want
me.
What's the name of the song?
1 Minute Man. This song not written about me.
Huh. Okay. Maybe I misheard that.
30-second man didn't sound as good.
It sounded like I heard a Janet Jackson song in the background, but I guess not.
Another one with Ludacris. I hope Ludacris isn't a 1-minute man.
Oh, they're saying in the chat that I was right. That's the way love goes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I heard that's the way love goes in the background. Yes.
I didn't.
Thank you for
Maybe
everybody
there's
who
two things playing at once.
chimed in the chat on that. We've got Jordan here. He is. He's got today's business for us.
Brought to you by
Superior Plus Propane.
Get your propane, kids.
Do it.
It's embarrassing to not have your propane.
Yeah.
You have a barbecue.
What?
A barbecue. You have all your bros over. And you have
who's at your barbecue?
Not you. I want it to be
Did
fun.
you just make that up, or is that a thing?
That's a thing. You never heard of a barbecue before? You have bromances and barbecues and.
But I would just assume like a barbecue has the bros at it some of the time. Like I wouldn't.
Sometimes it's a family outing, and sometimes it's a barbecue.
Like a family queue.
Yeah, we call that a family reunion.
I didn't know barbecue was a thing.
Yeah,
Kinda
so
like
if I had you would be there because you're a bro.
Catching strays over here.
No, Steve, you would be there. You've been. I've had one barbecue. You were there.
So when's the next one? That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm out. 60 when I turned 60.
Maybe about 55.
Maybe 55.
Superior Plus Propane's got a great tagline for barbecues and family reunions alike. Superior Plus Propane.
I'm also a charcoal guy. But I was at
not a great time to mention it.
I was at a family event the other day.
Yeah.
And the propane was low, and we had to go get more. So have your propane. Go there. But I am a charcoal person.
We had a certain someone live at a certain event with a
This isn't even close to that. Just saying I'm a charcoal person. I'm not saying don't. I'm saying you don't want to be caught without your propane. I don't have a propane grill.
I'm with you, Jordan.
I also have a smoker.
Great. Can we see sometime?
Nice fat brisket in there.
So, business today. It's not really today, but we're just getting to it today. But this story's kind of been going on over the last couple days, and it's Syracuse adjacent. Teddy Bridgewater. He's dealing with a little suspension. I didn't realize this initially. I didn't put two and two together, but the school that Teddy Bridgewater is coaching at in Florida is Calvin Russell's school.
Correct.
And now Bridgewater is facing suspension because he asked for donations for a bunch of things for the school because he was paying for them. Equipment, like team uniform stuff. I think they called it like a pride kit or something. I didn't read it. I'm assuming that's like school swag. Whatever. Uber rides, meals, physical treatment, like etc. He was paying for all that. You're not allowed to do that. He was also a volunteer coach, so it's not like he was on the payroll. On one hand, I kind of understand the suspension a little bit because, it just creates an unfair advantage. You're going to have schools just like hiring all these alum with money and just making it pay for play. But on the other hand, it's high school sports, so are we forgetting the plot, as the kids would say online? Like, if someone's willing to come in, support their school, and help these kids have better opportunities, shouldn't we be letting them do it? So, like, where do you guys stand on the whole thing? And does the fact that he's a volunteer coach and he's not even on the payroll play into it at all?
If they're using it to get players, I have a problem with it. But if they're in the district, I don't care.
That was part of it. It's like, why do we need Uber rides, for example, if everybody's going there already?
I think that's a hard thing to, because I feel like there are these examples that pop up in a lot of different districts. Does so and so live in the district, or do they have an address with their grandma or whatever the case may be? There's been a few examples here locally that have popped up over the years.
Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the exact one, but yeah, there was one.
Well, there was one in Skinny Atlas.
Yeah.
There was one involving a prominent basketball player at Jamesville DeWitt that a lot of people around here know that did he actually live in the district?
So, you hear the whispers behind the scenes. And so I do think it's to your point, Paulie, you're saying, well, if they're in the district, what does it matter? I think that sometimes that's hard to prove.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can come up with a fake address. The part about this story that I'm unsure of, so he was the head coach last year. So was he was not taking a salary? Like he was, because I know he originally was a volunteer coach, but last year, was he just considered a volunteer last year?
I don't know about that. People are saying he was a volunteer coach. I didn't go too much into the year-over-year difference between them, so maybe that was different this year, but I also find it hard to believe that he would start volunteer and then take a salary. Maybe I'm wrong, but...
So he was originally like helping out the school, and then he became the head coach last year. And then they won the state title in his first year as head coach. And I believe what I read was that he spent about $200,000 of his own money on various things, again, for the school, the team, the players, and the Florida High School Athletic Association is saying, well, you can't do that. You can't, pay for meals and Uber rides and whatnot. And so they suspend him. The school has suspended him. And the Athletic Association is looking into it to see what they're going to do from there. And he's saying, I could go to another school, or I could just, if I'm not getting paid, can I just go sit in the stands and do this anyway and give to my school, as you're saying? I'm with you. It does sound ridiculous, especially this day and age with NIL and everything that the college athletes are getting. It's only a matter of time before it trickles down to the high school athletes. And I think we're already seeing, seniors in high school are getting multi-year, deals to go places. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens in this situation, because since he's so high profile, NFL quarterback who's now coaching a team and led him to a state title in his first year, it'll be interesting to see what kind of precedent this may set. And different states have different rules, but let's see how this thing plays out, because there may be a trickle-down effect in terms of what we see moving forward.
So does it make a difference to you if he's getting paid or not?
It does, because if he's getting paid by the school, then he is an employee of the school, and then he has to live by their rules. And I also could see why the Florida Athletic Association would say, well, a high school employee can't do that. You can't be paying for things for the kids. Just like for so long the NCAA said, you as a coach, you can't pay for things for your student athletes. If he's just a volunteer, then there's some gray area, right? Like if he's just a supporter of the school, like anybody could give
then he's just a booster.
Well, right. Like, anybody could give to a school. Like, you can donate to, a school's athletic fund.
I don't think they're going to give Uber rides with that, though.
No, I understand. That's what I'm saying. If you're a volunteer, though, then there becomes some gray area of, now I'm just a member of the community and I'm supporting my local high school. Whereas if you're the coach and you're getting paid by the school, now you're an employee. Now I think the rules change a little bit. So, I do think it matters a little bit. Maybe it sounds like semantics to you. I think it matters a little bit, though, in terms of, what kind of rules I need to live by if I'm getting paid by the school versus not being paid by the school.
This is important information. Breaking sports news. You hear it first.
Live and local. Former Syracuse legend, College Football Hall of Famer, NFL Hall of Famer, one Art Monk will have his jersey retired by the Washington Commanders.
I saw that earlier
November
today.
2nd.
Yeah, that's good for him.
Yes. But why is it just happening now? He played in the 80s, right? That was a long time.
It was a long time.
Does that seem like he should have had his... I'm shocked his jersey isn't retired in two places.
I am in no way shocked that the Commanders organization was late to or negligent of something, if we're being real here. They had bigger fish to fry. They had photo shoots to attend.
They have been going through some things there within that franchise. That's a fair point.
Yeah. No, dude.
40 years worth of things? Like, you could have done it in the 90s.
I'm with you. It seems long overdue. You're both right. They've had a lot going on, and they probably should have gotten to it sooner.
Yeah, there's a happy medium, right?
Yeah, but congratulations, Art Monk. Be nice to... Is he retired here? No, I don't think so.
No.
Not the two best places to want to have your jersey retired efficiently.
Right.
All right. What else you got, Jordan? Nothing? All right.
Nothing in particular. I was going to get into the All-Star game a little bit, but we got into that in the first segment. So what do we got for a kicker?
The Smoking Gun. That's still a thing. You remember that website?
No.
Since 1997, the Smoking Gun.
I know the phrase.
Now, this is where I'm confused. I don't know where this Walmart is in Florida, but Jeffrey LaFonge, 40, was arrested Friday on a pair of theft counts, which he is being held in lieu of $10,000 bond. On 2 separate occasions, police charged LaFonge swiped a variety of adult toys from a South Pasadena Walmart in Pinellas County.
Oh, like power washers.
Did you know that they sold...
And irons. And hammers.
No, did you know they sold those at Walmart? I can only say one of them, which is included something called the Tush toy for $31.44.
It's like a cushion for when you get old and it kind of hurts to sit.
The other one is, I can't even say the name of it on the radio. Sold at Walmart.
Does it have horticulture in it? Just tough to pronounce?
No, but it sounds like a former Dodgers pitcher from the 80s named Hershiser.
Okay.
Keeping it sports related. He also threw in a couple Reese's peanut butter cups for $3.98.
What was the grand?
Shout out to that guy.
What was the grand total of this? You said it was $10,000, or that's the fine he's facing.
All right.
There's no. That's the best part of the story.
Steve, I can't read them.
Let me grab a couple of peanut butter cups too.
One of them was called. There's a multiple. You got the Mega Massager. I'm doing the ones I can say. Reese's peanut butter cup. The Bullet.
Oh, I have a magic bullet at home. Great for smoothies.
The Pocket Wand. Those are the only ones I can say. Tush toy. And flavored jelly. There. I did not know they sold that at Walmart.
I didn't either.
Do you have to knock on the customer? Is there a secret knock to get that?
Maybe it's just a Florida thing.
I'd buy that. Maybe it's only 24-hour Walmarts. Maybe they have the night guy takes down an aisle and at 2 a.m. it's open until 4. 2-hour window.
Just the list is hysterical, these names. They do not leave anything to the imagination. And then there's just Reese's peanut butter cups and Reese's peanut butter ice cream. Guy loves his Reese's.
I don't even do roller coasters.
Needs a snack after that.
In the modern day and age of advertising, it wouldn't even shock me if Reese's set this guy up for that to happen. And just pick up some of our stuff too. Do you know how many views Reese's is getting? All the people reading this weird story.
I will.
This might be the best free.
If you would like to hear what the names of them are, I will read them in the chat during the commercial break on QSportsTalk.com.
They're kids watching.
No, that's why you get there. It's the internet.
What about the kids?
They sell them at Walmart. You can put your kids away for an hour. For 5 minutes.
I know. How long is this list?
How many items
You can put your kids away for the night. They need to go to bed. Just like my mom did when Three's Company started. As soon as I heard, come and knock on my door, go to bed, you little jerk. And it was time for bed.
Okay. Sure. Happy summer, kids.
Yeah.
All right.
You've been forewarned.
That was eventful.
So we are going to take that final time out. And when we return, we will wrap up the show. We'll pick our artist of the day for tomorrow. We're back after this on ESPN Radio.
Yeah, those are the only. All right, you ready, guys? Hopefully your kids are out of the room. Here we go.
No.
Love Honey G-spot and clitoral suction vibrator.
This isn't fun.
One vibrating pocket wand.
I just got noise canceling headphones and I'm really tempted
Hello
to
Cake flavored lube.
Yeah, you can do this yourself. I'm gonna like it.
One Hello Cake tush toy.
I thought you were talking about Smuckers.
One Hello Cake oral stroker. One private pleasure vibrator. One dual vibrating massager. 1+1 mega massager. Vibrating soft touch wand. Reese's peanut butter ice cream. Vibrating bullet. And the Hello Cake double-sided Male toy. There you go. There you go. That's it. You can bring your kids back in the room. I didn't steal the stuff. I don't know why they're getting mad at me. That's what was stolen from a Walmart in Pasadena, Florida. Hello Cake. Hello Cake. I didn't say Hello Kitty. Steve left the room. His feet were spinning like a cartoon character. Yeah, there's 0% chance of that. I'm just delivering the news. Like, if I was just rattling that stuff off, like, for no reason, I was reading a news story. I was punching them into Amazon to see if I could get a discount. Steve's bachelor party was a clothing only.
Was it what?
Clothing only. Steve's favorite song is "We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off." There you go. Spatching the Wee, sharing the story with everybody. Oh my God! Imagine being the judge and you have to read that out loud. Can I see the Exhibit A? The tush toy. they're in plastic bags. Evidence bags. I'm dying. Was that a kicker? Was that a kicker? Was that a kicker?
Yes. Can't hear you noise canceling.
Yes.
I don't want you to say any more inappropriate things, so I'm just going to cancel your noise. I wonder how this works with double headphones.
This is a banger. Work it, the clean version, I hope. Missy Elliott Day wrapping up.
All right, what are the options?
Your options are, hold on, I'm not done.
You said wrapping it up.
Oh, I get it.
She wraps.
All right, your options are, I think I know who's going to win.
But are they actually going to win?
Yes.
The world may never know.
Hold on. I'm just going through a quick look here if there's anybody else. One more page. I should have had this done earlier. Okay, here's your choices. Sean Cassidy. Eddie Grant. He has 2 songs that I know. Electric Avenue and Romancing the Stone. Deep Purple. And the world lost one great hip-hop legend, Biz Markie. Jordan, your vote.
I like when you repeat them, though. Can you remind me of what they
once
are?
again,
I'm not
Bismarcky.
gonna lie, I actually needed them to be repeated.
Bismarcky, Deep Purple, Eddie Grant, Sean Cassidy.
Sean Cassidy, like then you go
Sean
back down.
Cassidy,
You go,
Eddie Grant, Deep Purple, Bismarcky.
Why do I know the name Sean Cassidy?
To do run run. To do run run. I think I mixed Sean Cassidy and someone else up a couple weeks ago.
Wait, what group is
Sean Cassidy?
It's not a group?
No.
He's not part of a group?
No.
Was
he in the Partridges or was that another Cassidy?
Oh, man.
He's not winning.
I don't know.
Go ahead and vote.
I'm so indifferent on this. Give me the Electric Avenue guy, I guess.
Okay, Eddie Grant.
Yeah, sure.
Steve, your vote.
I'm going Bismarck.
I am too. We will be picking boogers tomorrow, Steve. Bismarcky wins it all.
Just a friend. Vapors.
Me and the Biz.
Yeah. There's plenty of them.
Make the music with your mouth, Biz.
Have you ever heard Bismarcky?
I mean, I know Just a Friend.
Okay.
The Vapors.
All right.
Picking boogers.
We're out of time. You'll hear Bismarcky tomorrow, all of you.
Have we done Bismarcky?
I don't think
it's
so.
his death.
I don't think we
death
have.
days are an excuse to redo them. I saw him live at North City. That is correct, Spatching the Wheeze.
Top 5?
No.
But you saw him.
Yes, I did.
All right. We're out of time. For Jordan, for Paulie, I'm Steve. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back at it noon tomorrow. Take care.